This is the EASEGMER 501 Retro Handheld Game Console. Let's take it out of the box. In the box you get a little instruction booklet. Here is the unit itself here. We'll get back into more detail on that in a moment. They give you a TV out cable. It's a 3.5 millimeter to your yellow and white RCA plugs. USB cable here, USB to micro USB for charging. This is a lanyard here, and that can attach right through that hole as you see there, and that will allow you to have a little lanyard on it. You have all sorts of controls, your D-pad, more buttons, buttons here, 3 buttons down there, another one of these controllers like that. Over here is a headphone jack, power switch, and on the top, this is an HDMI out. It's a mini HDMI, so you will need a mini HDMI to HDMI cable. The USB port for charging. However, you can also get a USB game controller and plug that in for 2-player action and your composite TV out. This has a built-in rechargeable battery that will run for 4 to 6 hours on a full charge. However, you can take that battery out and put in 3 AAA cells if you'd like instead. So as stated, this is 500 games in one. The games that are on here, like the title suggests, are retro games. They're actually Famicom games, and if anybody is familiar with that term, you already know what I'm talking about. That was basically the Japanese version of the NES, or actually a predecessor to it, if memory serves correctly. So there are 500 Famicom games on here, preloaded. Everything's all set. Yes, you can save your games and reload them at a later time as well. There's also a micro SD card slot. I'm going to show you all that right now. So if you look at the back of the unit, over here it says open, and there's just a little cutout there where you can just get in there and work the case open. Now, this is sort of like taking the back off a phone, where you're going to have to pry at it and work at it to get it open. It's not just going to pop open. So I'm going to work on getting this open right here. Again, you crack it open like that, and then you can open it there, and then you sort of just pry it open a little more as you go around. Wherever it gets stuck, you can try the other side. And there it is. Now it's open. And that is the rechargeable battery that it comes with. Now you can take that out. It does pry out. It's kind of tight, but it comes out. And there is a micro SD card slot right there. And you can also see where the batteries, the AAA batteries would go in if you want to do that instead to power it. So go ahead and power it on. It says loading. And here is our menu. Now, the camera can only do so much as to convey the quality of the screen, but it's actually quite good. It's a 4-inch TFT screen. I'll see if I could bring that up a little closer to the camera like that so you can see as such. And I'm going to go pick a game here and just show you a little bit of gameplay very quickly, just to give you the idea. At the end of the video, I'm going to give you a rundown of all of the games on here, and you can speed through that, pause on any screens you want, or anything like that. So we'll select the game here, Super Mario, because of course. And we can start the game. Now, I'm not a good game player, but you can go here. I'm not sure how to jump exactly. Let me just figure out the controls, and I'll be right back. I'm just speeding through this. Anyway, you get the idea. So you can go through and play 500 games on this unit which is really nice. And we're back at the main menu, and I'll just run through here just to give you an idea. Once again, I will show you all of these games. There's a way to actually go page by page. That's backwards and forwards like that. It shows a little display here, as you see, like that, for you know, the various games, but to go through 500 of these, we're going to be there for 10 minutes when I show you all the different games. So you'll see all the titles here as we go through that, like that. I'm also just going to show you quickly how you can hook it up to the TV. So let me get everything reconfigured for that, and then we'll wrap this up. So to hook up to the TV, I have the cable that was included. Plug that into the TV out port, switch the unit on, and give everything just a moment. It's going to come up on the screen there first, and then switch over, and then you can go ahead and you know, select whatever game you want and go ahead and play that. And of course you get the sound through the TV. Jump is one of these. There we are. So like I said, I'm not in this for the gameplay. I'm just showing you how the unit works. And you can certainly hook this up to your TV without any problem. You know, just by plugging it in that way. Or you can use the HDMI with a mini HDMI to HDMI cable. I don't have one of those, so I can't show you that, unfortunately. So once again, this was the EASEGMER 501 Retro Handheld Game Console. If you'd like to purchase this item, I'll leave a link in the video description where you can find the item available for sale on Amazon. Thanks for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.